and welcome back to the 2021 Santa Cruz Masters Cup. We are bringing you round one back 12 coverage here on JomezPro, of course from Delaveaga and Santa Cruz, California. BigSexyBarri commentary, Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
We saw some impressive things in the front nine, some surprising things. One of those things obviously stands out immediately. Garrett, 4 over. He's going to, actually the first 12, so we don't see the full 12 there, but tough start for Garrett. But Sean Brookman, our amateur champion, he brought the noise. He's hanging in there with the big boys right now. 3 under par, 1 back of Ricky, 2 back of McBeth.
And here we go on hole 13, 347-foot par 3. That is basically just a straight shot, but it's a little trickier than that with the OB down the right side the entire way. Players will try to throw a turnover mid-range, but they can't really throw it up the middle gap. Most players are going to go outside left through those other pillar trees on the left side through a smaller window. Forehand up the middle or very, very wide forehand are also options. Let's see which one Ricky chooses. He's going to go up the middle with the flex.
And that's moving a little. Oh, it's got that nice stability then. Very overstable disc. That's beautiful.
I thought he was going to catch that first tree, and that's the danger one. If you catch it on the inside like that, it'll kick you to the right side, and that's really the only time that an elite scrambler like Ricky will be into trouble on this hole.
Here's the wide forehand.
Just get around that.
Yeah.
And you're home.
Wow.
Shot. Yep.
Sean Brookman, folks. Got game. Garrett a little overturned, not wide enough. It's going to be another difficult, very difficult par save.
Just don't hit that branch. Don't hit it. Still fought through it.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, that's blind. Paul can't even see that from the tee, and he's just so tuned in. He knows exactly where his disc's going. And it says a lot about his disc, his hole notes as well. Like, he knows exactly where the obstacles and the challenges are in each hole.
Yeah, interesting play, honestly. That left gap right there is actually the smallest of all of the gaps. So for him to go for that confidently, and then, like you said, knowing everything kind of down the fairway says a lot as Garrett knocks down a highly needed putt.
Yes. Birdie for Paul.
Might as well, yeah. You're already right there. Driving in the ground. What a move.
Do you still have it?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah,
Yep.
you got it. That's the move.
Look at this.
All right.
That's it.
I think
All right, Paul, you got to grab it. You don't have to get that. You don't have to get that.
All over the place. You can see it, dude.
Oh,
Speaking
no.
No, she's not.
Cool stuff going on the left, bad stuff going on the right with Sean. The really unfortunate 3-putt going from birdie to bogey. Ricky and Paul, however, take the birdie.
Brand new par 4, our first of the day on 14. This is just 411 feet, but the basket is really well guarded. It used to be that you played up that right side fairway. Now this fairway where the drone is flying is really the primary way to get to this location. You want to get up through there as far as you can. The best way to do that is with a turnover or forced over forehand. And then the basket, you can see, is way up here on this ridge, but the ceiling is low all the way to get there. So if you're far back, you really don't have much of a play to get to the top of the hill.
Yeah, this is a weird hole. It's more of a scrambler's hole now. It's not a shot that you're going to find on your local course. It's going to be one that you find after you've hit a tree and shot into the woods, and now you have to throw some sort of miraculous upshot to get a look.
Yeah, this is like your second shot on a difficult par 5 or something like that. And Paul overturns, but that might be a little difficult actually to get around the limbs and get up the hill because it's kind of a low ceiling also in that spot.
Well, and I also think that my explanation is kind of as if I was talking as if it was a par 3. It's not a par 3. You can get around the corner and do a good scoreable position and pitch up for a nice birdie. But on this card, I know that Paul and Ricky and even Sean with the sidearm are looking to get up there for looks.
Yeah, the only mistake that you can really make is not putting yourself on the left side of this fairway. If you get trapped on the right side, it's not good.
Well, I have to think it's one of the easiest holes on the course at a par 4.
It's the second easiest right now. 3.43 average.
Free, man. Go for it.
That's a really nice shot.
Yeah, he just missed 2 of those. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be interested in how he's going to handle that putt right there.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
He had it rolling, and then as soon as that gets off the rails a little bit, sometimes that's tough to get back on. So if he can make this next putt, he'll have a little momentum going forward. Great upshot there from
Yeah,
McBeth.
really nicely done. Perfect height. Good turn to make sure he got up to the green, but didn't sail past the basket, which is easy to do as that hill slopes away from the pin.
And this putt is circle's edge, playing as a 55-footer.
That's
Yeah.
super scary. You miss that putt, the wrong angle, that's coming right back to you, going past.
Oh, this is going to go, too. That's off the hill.
And like you said, Paul, kind of come off the rails a bit. This would be an incredible par save.
Don't roll.
Yeah.
Did it? No, not really much, but not an easy putt. Okay. Just that standing on that side of the hill alone makes it difficult. But
That's back-to-back 3 putts after what was a great start.
Well, yeah, with 2 putts right there, all of a sudden
5
he's
down.
looking at 5 under par.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big time shift.
And that's, he would be 5 under with a bogey if he just makes those putts the first time. 2 back of Paul, who's playing bogey free. I mean,
Look
you
at
can't ask for much more.
Look at the Rick. 6 birdies in a row right
slow
now.
start, but he's
Closing down on McBeth now. 1 shot back. As we come to the 15th, the kitchen as it's known, because there is a broken down old fridge somewhere way down there in that ravine. You're throwing directly over a ravine here, 333 feet. And you need to, I guess the best way to play this hole would maybe be put about 333 feet of fishing line on your fastest driver, rip it out there, grab it right at the end, straight drop, got an easy putt.
I like that.
Because otherwise I don't see how you get it to drop down.
Yeah, the only way I've ever known is
no.
exactly the way Ricky's played it, is throw it, get a 2-meter rule, pitch up, take a 4.
Yeah.
That's my favorite way to play the hole.
Yeah, the live oak out here is so.
You're supposed to go
It's
right.
the best wide receiver the world has ever seen. These things just catch everything.
Look at McBeth just going way left.
Is that
got
that
away
same
from-
disc that he hasn't been turning as much?
I'm not even. I wouldn't even be surprised if Paul just wants to play safe and not even have to worry about trying to get past those oaks.
I would. I'd be very surprised if that was intentional.
I
Garrett
just give him so much credit.
comes down.
I have a hard time imagining him ever messing a shot up.
I like it.
Yeah, I think it's the best play for the hole. Tom,
Wow.
I mean, the overhand's coming down with a little bit more force. Kind of makes the hands of those oaks a little bit slippery or slicker. They don't catch quite as well, I think, when the disc is vertical.
That one's parked. He'll be able to go down to that fridge, grab a cold one, relax, and watch these other guys putt for a little bit.
Watch the game go passing them by. And for the viewers at home, if you woke up this morning and thought you were going to hear commentary about the slipperiness of the hands of the oaks, you've won a prize.
Oh, man. Was that appreciation or were you dogging? I was just trying to work that out in my head right now. I mean,
I'm not sure I even know.
okay.
Let's listen to it tomorrow
Make sure
and
we're
see
on the
kind of how it
same
comes
page here,
off,
then.
because I'm not sure I even know. I was impressed. I was bewildered, and I'm back here now on the green of 15.
That's my brand.
Stuck in a tree. Was it Ricky?
So no birdies, frustrated bogey. Ricky can't even get his disc out of the basket right now. But 6 birdies, and you called it right when Ricky started his birdie. This is a stretch where you can get a bunch in a row, and he did.
And this is where it ends as well.
Yeah, I mean, 5 under at this point in the round, not a bad place to be, though. Still some good birdies to pick up before the end of the round.
Hole 16, known affectionately as I-5, because that's a score that I might take on it. Whoever you may be, you might be looking at a 5 here. This is now a par 4. It's been extended, so even more likely, because you want to get your drive as far as possible out there and take a big skip to the left while keeping it very low, because 2 meters is a huge risk on this hole. And then that you're rewarded with kind of a low tunnel shot back here to this newly cleared green, which again has a drop-off behind the basket. And the flow for this round has ground to a halt. These guys have been waiting roughly 20 minutes on each of the last 3 tee pads.
And this one probably more like 40 minutes.
Yeah, so this is a especially difficult power tee shot, I feel, because you've just been waiting around for so long.
Oh no, get down.
All right, and that's in a great spot, actually. You want to be, maybe more so in the past, more so than ever in the past, you want to be on that early left side. It really opens up that best approach channel to the pin.
Really? So this has to be setting up another overhand.
Right, past Lake Maple.
Oh, don't go there.
That was unexpected. I'm sure he's fine with it still. He can get vertical over those oaks. No problem.
Zipped.
Yeah, this is ideal right here. Low,
No trees.
Low
No trees.
skip.
No trees.
left side of the fairway.
Thank you.
That's
Wow.
going to be a big approach. No
Thank you.
problem. It's going to be the easiest.
Bed for a 2-hour wait.
Cameraman's nightmare right here. Sit.
Oh, boy. Okay, not too bad.
I give it
easy
a
par.
B plus on the cameraman. Is that what you're saying, Jerm?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, what? No. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, for sure. Good work there, Josh. And if you think I'm talking to our cameraman, Josh, no, I'm talking to you, Josh,
Yeah, buddy.
at home
Nice job.
listening. Good job.
Sit. Oh, come on, sit.
All right,
Wow.
a little bit more.
That's in the circle.
Yeah, he's got a better look for the birdie.
Cake.
Sweet.
It's so hard to throw that low ceiling shot like that, just sliding up the Luna. Perfect.
His body English is just so beautiful right there. The way that he just kind of does his thing that he does. Way better than us.
Does that frisbee thing?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not a bad spot to be with 2 tomahawks.
No,
I feel
not at all.
He's on the ground. He has a putt. This could go a long ways. Actually, unless you hit a tree. I mean, it could go a long ways as his scorecard would say.
Nice
Yeah,
Nice.
Garrett,
buddy.
beautiful.
Starting to claw his way back just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great birdie to get here. This is a tougher one. I-5 already felt like a par 4 in the past in a position that was what, 60, 70 feet shorter than this one.
But this is a much better hole, don't you agree?
Yeah, I think that they did a great job moving it back here. I think this is the best change of all the changes they made this year.
See, I think it kind of made the hole a little bit easier because you get a full shot into there and it takes a touch out from the landing zone to where if you would pull it a little bit with a little touch, then you catch those early trees. But now it's like
It's
a
certainly
full
easier.
a full shot in
I mean,
there.
no one ever birdied it when it was par 3 because it's legend to get a 2 on that.
No, I mean as just it scores
Overall
in,
score.
scores as general in
Oh, wow.
general. Yeah, I do.
Hole 17 is another par 4 now with a new position, 436 feet this time through a very, very narrow gap, though there also is a high hyzer or high forehand roller available to the players. And then the basket pushed way left, a little more open than we're used to, though. I think this one is very gettable. And Paul goes high. That's kind of interesting. I guess he just doesn't feel the need to push it too far up because he's thrown a lot of fantastic penetrating shots through that lower gap.
The miss here is, the miss to avoid is going right. So if you get that high hyzer to swing left and you feel like you're landing in a relatively open pocket and you're not concerned about the 2-meter rule, as Garrett almost was affected by that, then you're in a good spot for your approach. It's only maybe 160 feet, maybe less than that from where these guys are landing right now.
Here's the
left.
up
Skip
the
hard.
middle. He wants it to get left.
Yeah,
It's
that's
getting
such-
so left.
Oh, man.
Without that, he's putting
Probably park
from
the other
about
end.
80, 70, 80?
60, 50, maybe.
Do you think?
I think he's pin high or close to
Oh,
it.
wow. He does a rip.
His grip is something else. The disc is almost ahead of the hand.
It never seen anything like it, I don't
Yeah.
think.
Second flicks. Oh yeah. Nice shot. Good shot, dude.
He's throwing the disc really well. He
Yeah.
had a couple hiccups on the green, but other than that, he's held it together and he's throwing good shots.
Paul left with a little bit trickier shot than I'm sure he was
Throw
expecting.
it harder. Harder and let it slide, dude.
Interesting throwing here. Gee, going high. He wants to keep that low and slide the angle, but he's going to have a putt.
One more, Rick.
Yeah, see, if that gets
Yeah.
through
Right.
that, he's parked, probably.
right.
And he's got maybe another 15 trees to pass as well, but yeah, I mean, if he gets clean through everything somehow, you're right, he's got to look.
What's up, Paul?
Sweet save.
Way to grab a bit.
Thank you.
And the
Great
thing,
tee shot.
yeah, the thing about that putt is he had a low ceiling. Like, he has to drop the, see how close he is to those limbs up there? And he's just missing them all and then hits high
And
on
he
the basket.
makes it
Like,
high.
calm down, bro. We
like-
get it.
Wow. So good.
Move along.
Back-to-back birdies potentially for Garrett. Again, come up short.
Thank you. Get that one good.
Couple little tap-ins. And that's it. 17's in the books.
Taking a look at the tee of 18. You want to take us through this one, Big J?
Sure, these oaks that you see here have shrouded our vision to the basket. So the play is to go out and around, starting the disc out left and moving it back to the right and trying to somehow get underneath these limbs here. Backhand turnover with a mid-range is a play you see sometimes, or a fairway driver, but you also see the big, wide forehand. Wouldn't be the least bit surprised to see an overhand coming from Sean.
Just a putter.
Oh, get through it. Through it. For it.
I'd say
So
probably this hole in the kitchen, 2 meters, is probably the most common result. Or maybe 2 meters is more common on these two holes than any other hole in the course.
This is the
Yeah.
play right here. You beat kind of all the trees
Hit something.
and then just kind of smack down in the
Yep.
circle.
Right there on the right side, left side edge. No, the right side edge.
Nice.
Oh, and actually going with the forehand. That's going to be sawed off right.
Hit something. All right. Hopefully a tree, not a person.
I like some things about this shot. Oh, it just keeps moving right.
Great shot.
But the result's great, yeah.
And that's honestly the plays. You're just trying to hit those things. Hopefully you crash down in the circle. Hopefully you crash down onto the ground.
A little bit quick there with the approach. Oh man, Garrett, wide right.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Very good putt there. So he gets 6 in a row, takes a bogey, and then he thinks, well, I think I could get the next 6 probably if I'm playing my cards right.
We know one thing about Ricky. He hates,
Yeah.
absolutely hates pars. Where was it that we saw recently where he had the first 14 holes didn't have a single par? Was that DDO?
Probably.
Yeah, at least there as well as the other places.
At least there.
All right, we got a bird though.
Looking at hole 19 here, par 3, 435 feet. Another pretty well protected basket location as you've got this big log across the fairway that stops you from sliding up to the basket. The big pine on the right side, well really it's kind of a little pine, but it looms large on this hole as you try to turn your shot over. I think huge forehand is a great play here, or kind of a turning shot, but you got to be powerful enough to finish the disc to the right.
Oh, get
Slight
lucky.
tailwind here
Get through.
from left to right.
Come on, man.
A fortunate kick out for Ricky. That log really makes things so much more difficult now that that's fallen down on this fairway. Especially in that position. It's just kind of
gosh. Hit something, please. That's so far pulled.
That's a look, honestly. If he stops right there to the right, as long as you're not all the way down the hill, you can have some sort of look.
but a tree falling like that near the green is kind of a course designer's dream. It just adds an extra element of design challenge that makes you have to really control your height and get everything right. It's not just a matter of getting that distance right. Now you have to worry about how the disc comes in at the very last bit of the shot.
Yeah, I definitely made this hole, I feel like, one of the more elite gets on the course.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's past it.
Got to be a rock 3 for Garrett from 435. What a shot.
This is going to be, I feel like, full send.
Drop. Drop.
Definitely a scary green. If you get another 4 feet past that, it really starts sloping down.
He had a little look, but that took a little creativity for sure.
Right here would have been so much nicer. Get it.
Good run.
So G, an opportunity to pick up, like you said, one of those elite birdies.
Yeah, good.
Yes, and to take the tee pad somewhere he has been sorely needing to be at the front of this group to kind of keep clawing back towards even par and hopefully back to under. There are still birdieable holes left. It's within the realm of possibility he could finish this round under par.
And on the tee box, that's not a position he's been in since hole 1. So not from hole 1 to hole 20.
Looking now at hole 20, you want to tell us about this one, Uli?
Oh, yeah, gravity. Well, you're going to want to throw your disc that flies like a butterfly, because if it doesn't land soft, it's going to be rolling down this cliff for sure. A lot of people like to go to the left side of that little forked tree right there, and then slide it up nice and soft, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, going the left side seems to be the most consistent way to land the disc here. See if Garrett goes for that play. It looks like he's attempting to. Does it have enough fade?
Yeah, AVRX3,
shot.
getting that nice fade at the end. That's exactly how you draw it up.
Perfect.
Sit. Sit. Just don't hit the base. Sit. Don't hit the base. Thank you. Not bad though. Thank you.
Those are some pretty soft shots, if you ask me.
All going with the Luna Butterfly and parking that one.
Thank you.
It's one of those holes where if you watch drives like that, you think, oh, there is an easy hole at De La. And then you go try it, and you might think different.
I don't think that Sean's thinking this is an easy hole.
Wow,
He's
the
trying
jump
to
putt.
jump putt it.
We have not seen a backhand throw yet. Just long jump putts, tomahawks, forehands, and thumbers.
He's got a putt at circle's edge with a jumper, though.
Oh, just high. Does it roll? It doesn't appear to. Something I'm noticing with our mic'd up players, Paul and Ricky, I believe, I think people want to build up this feud between Paul and Ricky that's like so, tense and boiling over all the time. I keep hearing them for each other going, oh, miss it. Oh, don't roll, I think if you really wanted to make that narrative that these guys are just hating each other every day, they're not going to be cheering on each other's shots like that. I think it's a little overblown, and I think it's nice to see that camaraderie between those guys borne out here on the mic with the mic'd up audio.
I still think they hate each other.
Yeah, but you need to listen to what they're
No,
saying.
I'm kidding. No, you're
I
totally
know,
right.
I know.
These guys are pulling for each other. They all want to see good shots. I mean, like I said before on the first part of this video, they feed off of good shots. They feed off of good disc golf, and they're used to that because they're used to playing a league card where they're playing with a bunch of guys throwing good shots. Is what they're used to.
All right, for the sixth time today, the scariest green on the course. Hole 21, par 3, 276. Every side is bad. If you're short, it's bad. You're not going down a cliff. Everywhere else is a cliff. You have either way short or cliff.
Those are the two options you get.
That's really all there is. You're either way short or you're off a cliff.
There's no good shots. There's just look at that angle from Ricky. Almost looked like he's throwing a roller to throw the shot perfectly and hanging onto the edge of the cliff.
Great shot. And that's the pig?
Yeah,
That is incredible. That overstable forced it down there.
Under it. Under it.
No, sir.
not another hole like this in disc golf that I've come across.
Now, here's the thing. Where McBeth is, it doesn't matter that he has all the touch in the world. Wait.
What?
Calm down,
We have
Paul.
to see this.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It catches some early cabbage.
I really want to know what happens when that shot goes clean because I'm interested in finding a cheat code on this hole.
But again, you were saying all the touch in the world.
Yeah, we'll just switch it straight to this shot. Like, look at these roots.
Thank you.
Those roots are evil because it's like 29 feet away. If
And-
you come up short
yeah.
of that root, you're just putting at nothing but air.
Yeah, and watch. You catch this little tree, and then boink, boink, bye-bye.
I think that was able to hang on, fortunately for Garrett.
I believe there was a Masters Cup where it was either Ricky or Paul. Didn't they take like a 7 on this?
Yeah, Ricky was in the hunt at the end, and he took a big number, and
Nice.
it ended his chances.
There's a good putt right there from Sean.
Definitely was.
This for birdie for Ricky to pull even with McBeth at 10 under.
Right before we threw, the spotter came over to us and said,
Thank you. Yeah.
Kevin threw a grenade and parked it. It's like, what? So there's all sorts of different ideas. We saw a tomahawk.
I
now
would
a
have told him
grenade.
to scram. Listen, I'm trying to throw my shot.
I know. I don't know why he was telling us at that moment. I mean, he was just excited about it. I think maybe he heard us talking about different ways of
Oh.
playing the hole. It wasn't like he was just random, but
Yeah, that's a weird thing to say to somebody.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what he did? He did this. And then he just runs away in the bushes. You're like, wait.
That wasn't even a spotter.
Yeah.
Hole 22, par 3, 324. This hole has changed in a big way thanks to this tree falling down because that root ball is huge and it's in the perfect line where you always used to want to go to try to get up to this basket. So you got to get creative here because if you try to throw that same flat to stall shot you used to throw, all those roots is kind of right in your way.
But at least it's not as tall as a tree. And that tree was there before, so.
No,
That's
really,
pretty much
that's
as tall
a
as the tree.
It's
As
a
you can
lot wider than a tree is the thing that bothers me.
Oh,
What?
B.
No way.
Kicks
Into the
up.
road? What a terrible kick.
What a.
Oh, wow.
That is not a good shot from G. Oh, no.
Garrett's trying to get back to even or under par. It's going to make things difficult with only 2 holes left after this one.
Ricky and Paul tied up. A classic little battle here. Definitely
Flip up.
what you're looking for to be on those top 2 to 3 cards is anywhere from about an 8 under or better.
And that's what we've seen traditionally or in the past on this course is right around those scores. But this is a different day loss.
Stupid.
We've got par 4s for the first time ever here. 3 of them.
And this field is stacked.
Thanks.
Stacked field.
Joke, man. Such an impossible shot to even go on the road.
Okay, he got a little love to get through to there, really.
Yeah, I mean, it is. You just can never expect to get through any of those limbs. There's some kind of trees where you can hope that you get leafy and get through it, but not these oaks. These things are just all
Garrett
branches.
didn't end up in a bad spot. Is that his drive?
Not really, no.
That's
He
crazy,
stayed
yeah.
wide the whole time. I think it just never hit anything.
He wanted that one. You could tell he thought he made that one. That's going to be a bogey, drop him to -1. Still not that bad of a round, honestly.
Whoops. Ay, ay, ay.
Really tough get. Nobody got it on this card, and my card, we were scoreless. What about you guys?
I saw a couple birdies.
Nice.
James Proctor.
Hole 23, par 3, 315 feet. This one is tough just because there's so many low oaks here, and they're right at the end of the shot. It's an uphill throw, so 315 is easily closer to 415 because you have to throw so high to clear those, and it's a 2-meter risk. But you really don't have much choice other than to go big and get over the top.
Yeah, and one thing to say is we have these crossing fairways, and there was a nice spotter out there. Shout out to all the spotters today. I saw one on almost every hole out there in the baking sun.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
baking 72 degrees here. In
It
Santa
gets
Cruz.
hot because of all like the
Yeah.
sand and the beaches and the beautiful margaritas.
It's a wow. Even for
Wait,
me,
did I just
wow.
daydream? Where'd I go?
Where
Bring me
am
back.
I?
Yeah.
Garrett.
Wow,
getting-
McBeth out left.
And Garrett getting stuck in the tree 2 meters. We've seen more
Did
than
he
our
stay
fair,
up 2 meters?
yeah, more than our fair share we've seen on this card.
Hey, here's the hole. Throw over these sticky trees.
Yeah, no
Sick.
kidding.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is happening here? How can he really get over the top with this?
Roller? No, he's just going after it.
But how is this
Skipping
gonna work?
under.
Maybe if it goes a little farther, there's a kind of a window there, but
How dare you question the amateur champ of this event? How many times have you won the amateur championship here at the Masters Cup?
none, and I think I never will, which is
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
guarantee
Slaughter,
you
I'm
you
just
got it.
realizing now, which hurts, and I'm kind of trying to do my job, but
I'll go.
okay.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, but how many times has he won the U.S. championship? No, just
Great putt from Rick, getting him right back to 10 under. He does not like bars.
Yeah.
Just that one on hole 19, and I think in the last 13, 14 holes, 15 maybe.
Short. You're good. Short,
Rick's got
short,
that bounce back percentage on lock. Always just making another birdie every time he finds some adversity.
all the easy holes today.
His last par aside from 19
Get all the
was
hard
hole
ones,
8.
miss all the easy ones.
It was a long time ago.
Wow,
At the
bro.
pace this round's been playing, that was about 4.5 hours ago, it feels like at this point.
Yeah, probably a literal 4.5 hours.
5 hour round.
On to the 24th, our final hole, par 3, 366 downhill. One of the simplest holes on the whole property, so they kind of give you just a touch of a break right at the end. You're going down to this pin. There is out of bounds right behind it to the right, kind of a little drainage ditch, and then way beyond it there is the park road. But it's a pretty straightforward shot.
You know, one thing we didn't really talk about is how mentally grueling this course is. It's like stressful, I
Yes,
should say. It's
absolutely.
It's a high stress environment compared to other courses that have pretty fairways and nice shapes. This one has roots just all up everywhere, and you don't know what's going to happen. Are you going to
Yeah.
get stuck in a tree? Are you going to get a lift? Are you going over the road? Like,
Right there.
it's pretty crazy.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I love
great
it that
spot.
way.
Absolutely. I like the high stress environment for sure.
Ricky's going to have a challenging 35 to 40 footer. Paul's, I was going to say he's parked, but he's not. He's behind that tree that's about 8 feet wide, and I think he's right in the middle of it. That's going to be a challenging putt from
Super
20
tough.
feet. Sean's about 35 feet as well. And let's see if Garrett can end his day on a high note. Get
Go
to
in.
1 over
Go in,
par.
sit. Just go in. Hit the tree. Hit it.
Sit.
Sit.
Oh,
Okay.
lovely.
All right.
Delaveaga gives him a little. Here you go. Sorry about those other holes earlier.
Yeah.
Sorry about
Can
your
we
day.
make up?
Yeah, sorry about your day, but come back again tomorrow. Let's take
Go
one
in,
more
sit.
look.
Just go in. Hit the tree. Hit it.
They know it's a little hot.
Nice shot. Yeah, nice shot, dude.
Perfect.
Oh, wow. A lot of left side chains.
Wow, man.
Not enough, though.
Hitting me right now.
Come on, buddy. Yeah. Oh.
It was fun to watch him play, though. I mean,
Yeah.
well done.
Look at this little crevice he found.
Oh, that grab.
Just one too many pieces of the tree there.
I missed that putt today.
Yeah.
It's annoying, that little tree.
That putt was missed by a lot of people today.
Dinner time, folks. These guys can get off the course. As much as we love playing here, a 5-hour round takes it out of you, and you're just you're in that baking sun, is what you're doing. It's tough.
Paul and Ricky matching each other at 10 under par. Sean at 1 under. It's not the round that I'm sure he wanted, but it was fun to see him play. Garrett went over.
Whoa, I don't know why there's not a fire emoji on my screen right now. Adam Hammis, 14 under par, bogey free. What a round. Kevin Jones at 12. Big Jerm coming for the Jomez spot at 11. Great round to our co-commentator today.
Yeah, and that was a perfect putting performance for Adam Hammis as well. So 14 under bogey free, no missed putts. If he can continue that, he said to Paul McBeth before the event started, I want to shoot 14 under every round. So he did it the first round. Let's see if he can keep going.
Well, there's your champion, folks. if he can deliver on that one, nobody's catching him. Great play by him. Cannot wait to see what we have at the Santa Cruz Masters Cup Round 2 coming to you tomorrow.